Thanks for joining us on the show again. And it's a great pleasure to welcome into the studio Christy Crobwell, A-grade coach from the Werribee Central's Netball Club. Christy, thanks so much for coming in this morning. It's great to have you in.
Pleasure to be here again.
And firstly, congratulations on your win.
Thanks. Yeah, it's exciting. We're through to our, sixth grand final it is now. So, yeah, it's very exciting and we're looking forward to it.
And a very big game on the weekend, knocking Thompson over. How are you feeling after that match?
Yeah, good. We were confident going into that match. We played them once during the season. I think we beat them by 9, so it was nice to come away. We beat them by, I think it was 11 on the weekend. So we were definitely confident. It's always hard when you do have the first week off, but we trained hard and we did what we had to do. So, yeah, it was
And
good.
eagerly watching this weekend's game, will you be?
I think I already know who's going to win.
Yeah.
I've got, I think I guessed it a couple of weeks ago, obviously. But, it's still, the game still has to be played. So, we'll have a look, but we won't change anything for our team. We'll just do what we have to do.
Sure.
So, Christy, who do you think's going to win this weekend? Now that you've mentioned it.
Winchelsea should definitely win this weekend.
By how much do you think?
If they don't change their team, they should win by between 15 and 20 goals.
Okay. Okay.
Depending on, unfortunately, Thompson have lost a goaler. I don't know the circumstances there. So she was a big loss. She definitely is a big loss, especially for fitness and her shooting. So I don't know, will she be back on the weekend?
I don't think so. Flick, didn't you know what Rebecca had done to her
I don't
arm?
believe so. She's broken her elbow.
Yeah, broken the radius in a forearm.
Yep.
So I think she's definitely out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I just think their goalers really struggled on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I mean, their defence is always strong, and they were strong on the weekend, but they didn't have the same down the attacking end.
One of the quarters, I think it was the third quarter, you brought Hayley Sadolki into goal defence and played on Nicole Trainer.
Yep.
And, wow, she did a great job, I thought. Hayley was all over her like a red rash and gave Nicole nothing at all.
Yeah.
And really played tight. Because she's not a little bit taller, just a little bit taller than Nicole, and she's really quick around there. I think that was a nice little match-up that you pulled out there also.
Yeah, definitely. I like Hayley at wing defence, but we also have the ability. She doesn't like to play goal defence for her height. She thinks because she's a bit shorter, but she's definitely a beautiful and natural defender. We just sort of did that so that we could change the wing defence position, and that's where I think they struggled in the end. Credit to Hayley, but Nicole Trainer was definitely tiring in that third quarter, and Hayley she was all over her. So it was a nice change. Nice to be able to know that I can do that as well.
When we look at Werribee, we look at sort of a team of, if you like to put it, athletes. But when we look at Thompson, there's maybe 70% of the team maybe are athletes, We'll use the term very broadly. Yeah. But, of course, there's that 30% that aren't athletes that they, at the end of the day, they suffer from.
Yeah. And again, unfortunately, they do. One bad call goes against them and they drop their head, or there are a few undisciplined things on the weekend, and that always happens when we play them. They should know by now the umpires are going to make those decisions. Just get on with the game, and that's what happens on the weekend. One or two calls go against their defence, or one goes against the wing attack for a stepping call, and it just turns the game over, and they really do. That's an area where they fall into. But we were better than that on the weekend.
I suppose when we play against Werribee, it's going to be a hard game anyway. And as soon as a call goes against you, and if you show any angst towards the umpire, well, then you're gone. You're dead in the water. And you're exactly right there. And most of your girls are pretty good. There's a call against them, sure. Drop the ball and let's get on with it. I also noticed Danny Stewart on the weekend. As soon as there was a turnover in the centre, Danny just got it and she went bang, straight away, played on straight away. There was no time for anyone to even breathe. It was just gone, ball's gone.
Sorry, that scares me. I tell them, I don't know, there was a few of them doing that. Actually, I don't know how she got away with one of them. She actually did run with it, but yeah, we like to a free pass is a free pass, and we like to take advantage of it. But yeah, when you're confident and you're playing like that, you can do that on the weekend. So maybe if we had been playing someone else, you've got to watch those and settle the team down. But we did it the first time at work, so they obviously continued to do it.
She just kept on doing it all game.
Yeah.
Even when there was a contact or something in the centre and the Thompson player was coming back, she was already gone.
Yeah.
She was gone already.
Yeah,
I'm feeling, wow, hang on, that boy's just let it play on. All right,
Yeah.
let's say so be it. So be it.
Her and many others, they were fired up on Saturday. They wanted to win, and they showed that.
I mean, there was a bit of payback for last
Oh,
year.
there's payback.
There's payback,
There's
eh?
always payback.
So you don't think you'll play Thompson in the grand final?
Look, I don't think we will. I don't believe we will at all. It'd be nice to see, I suppose, it's nice to have two different teams in the grand final. We're already there. We've been there for 6 years. So it'd be nice to see Winchelsea there. And I think you'll see good netball if you get both. Not that we don't against Thompson, but I think we'll see a really good standard of netball if we get both Werribee and Winchelsea into the grand final. We played them, a couple of weeks ago. I think it was the second last round. We lost by 6. We had a couple of players out, but the standard of netball was what impressed me, especially on the sidelines. Standard netball was fabulous.
Yep. And just getting off the A grade side for a moment, what happened with the B grade, the C grade, and the D grade? All lost on Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
We did the hard work to get there, to have everyone have a week off and then play. I don't know. I watched the B grade, fair bit of the B grade game, and we trained against them on Thursday night, as we did, and they rattled us. They were so fired up and just in a practice match. So it was a bit disappointing to see the way they played. I think in our B grade, C grade and D grade team this season, we have a lot of new girls to the club, not so much in the A grade, and I think that probably showed on the weekend. Nerves. We played a completely different court. There are lots of people there. There's lots of screaming, and I think that nerves probably just got on top of a fair few of them. The B grade side, to me, I haven't seen them play like that all season. They didn't look like they wanted to win, but that's okay. That they needed a loss. That was their first loss, and them and the other teams will come out firing this Saturday.
The C grade was their first loss for the year too as well, I think. I don't think C grade have lost a game this year.
Oh, okay. I wasn't 100% with C grade. I know definitely with B grade, but a loss now is better than a loss in 2 weeks' time if you make the grand final. So
for sure. During the C grade game, you've got one goal shooter in the C grade. She is an absolute giant. She's about 6'4" or 6'5".
Yeah.
I think she's a basketballer.
She is a basketballer.
Looking at her.
Yeah, they've worked hard with her. Her name's gone from me. They've worked hard with her this season.
Yep.
So her footwork, but she is a basketballer, so she definitely brings a lot of force in that goaling end. So Tanya's done well with her to teach her how to hold, because that's all she needs to do, to hold. And
I know your other shooter, she played shooter or attack last year in C grade, and she stepped into the wing there. So the feeds from her into both shooters are really good and spot on kind of thing on the weekend from what I saw.
Yeah.
And I think that made a big difference too. Having an ex-shooter who's able to swap around and knows what those other shooters need makes a big difference in the game there.
Yeah, definitely. And they can rotate. They've got a couple of other centre courts that they can rotate through there that have that same versatility. So.
And sorry, Bertie, I've got to cut you off there. We've just got to throw you to a break. But Christy, thanks for coming in. Please stay around, and we'll be back just after this.